If anyone would be asking me Apple's most innovative and revolutionary iPhone from these past few years, for me, it's the iPhone 10. Yo, what's up? Ezek here, and this is the iPhone 10. So by the way, na-share ko lang, I've been using iPhones for quite a long time na, siguro mga 5 years na ata. And bawat phone from the iPhone 3GS up to the iPhone 12 mini and everything in between ay nagamit ko na bilang personal phone or daily driver. And out of all of those phones, the iPhone X talaga yung masasabi kong sobrang sulit for its price, especially in 2022. Bakit ko nga ba nasabi? So, here are the features na nagustuhan ko about this phone na masasabi ko mga evidence na sobrang grabe at practical ang iPhone X as a main phone for this year. So first, we have its design. So kung sa iPhone 7 Plus nasabi ko na nothing too amazing, sa iPhone X, it is amazing and futuristic way back when it was first released. Bakit ko nga ba nasabi? Kung papansinin nyo yung mga phones way back the iPhone X, I think you'll notice na may parang medyo mutual design format na sila. I mean sa iPhone X din naman ganun, with the bottom placements ng power button and SIM slot, volume button, ringer switch, and 2 speakers and the charging port. However, the major difference is the big chin and bezels with the predecessors, which for me is talagang a deal breaker since in my case, I am somewhat medyo sanay nang gumamit ng mga all-screen or full-screen phones na whenever I go back sa mga phones like the iPhone 7 Plus, talagang it takes time for me to adjust. Though share ko lang no, actually nung unang labas ng iPhone X, sobrang daming natawa or nagulat sa formation ng mismong notch. Kasi parang ang pangit daw at the same time, talagang nakakabala siya sa mismong view. But after a few months no, we all got used to it naman anyways. And what's more comedic or funnier is that yung mga sikat na companies or brands decided to replicate yung mismong formation or style ng notch despite all of the laughs and jokes about the specific notch. So moving on by means naman sa mismong build material, so same with the iPhone 8 Plus, it is made out of glass. And that means no, I think some of you might know naman na it's wireless or capable of wireless charging. So for those of you na sanay or talagang gusto ng wireless charging, so that's nice or that's good for you, but for me, I am more of a lightning cord guy, so ayan. And by the way, I forgot to mention, yung mismong frame pala is made out of stainless steel. So I would highly advise guys no, to have a case on your phone kasi medyo madali siya magkasgasan, so ayan. And also guys, no, this phone pala has an IP67 dust and water resistance up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. So nothing new but it's worth mentioning naman and a decent feature ng isang smartphone.
Nice.
So next naman we have is display. So by the way no, just for context, this phone has a 5.8 inches Super Retina OLED display na may HDR10, 1125 by 2436 pixels and may 458 pixels per inch. So basically no, para sa akin, I can say na it is still great and decent in today's standards. Actually no, even better pa nga sa mga more recent phones like the iPhone 10 or N11. Though they are not bad phones just to make it clear. Pero syempre guys no, let's give credit sa iPhone 10 for having better specifications that even translate sa mismong quality and feels while using this phone. But anyways, going back sa mismong paggamit ko sa phone, I can say naman na it can produce a sharp and crisp display experience na very suitable sa kahit anong task na ginagawa natin. Though for some people like me, noong unang beses ko makagamit ng iPhone 10, medyo I had a hard time enjoying it since medyo nainis ako sa mismong notch. Pero over time, hindi ko nagkaanong napapansin yung mismong notch as a bala kasi the screen to body ratio naman is borderly nice. Or in other words no, yung mga bezels and chin were pushed up sa mismong sides or mga borders or sides ng mismong phone na nagbibigay ng impression na may immersive viewing experience. So ibig sabihin lang naman nun, basically, goods na good siya for watching YouTube videos, reading articles, scrolling our feed, and lahat ng bagay na ginagawa natin sa phone natin. So that's nice. So next aspect naman we have is camera. So before that, I think medyo boring yung background or yung lighting sa background. So palitan natin. 3, 2, 1. So next naman we have is the camera. So by the way no, fun fact, the iPhone X pala is the third iPhone na nagkaroon ng dual lens but the first iPhone na may portrait orientation. Which for me no, to be honest, nung unang gamit ko sa iPhone 10, medyo I had a hard time taking pictures using the back cam kasi usually, I place my finger on top of the lens. Pero now naman guys no, I no longer experience that problem so that's nice. But anyways, going back sa mismong specs, so again, this phone has a dual lens na may 12MP f-stop 1.8 on the first lens tapos 12MP as well sa second lens na may f-stop 2.4 aperture. Tapos may max resolution ng 4K at 60fps. Tapos sa front camera naman 7MP, 1080p at 30fps max resolution. So basically no, halos same lang din naman na specifications with the iPhone 7 Plus and 8 Plus. So for apparent reasons, same lang din naman yung masasabi kong description about their quality. However, for those of you na hindi pa napapanood yung review ko ng iPhone 7 Plus and 8 Plus as well, I can say naman na the iPhone X can still yield good shots, kaso nga lang not to the extent na sobrang ganda. Kasi guys no, if you want a phone specifically decent for taking pictures, you may have so much options out there like the Pro models sa mga different brands with the same price range lang. Di man ganong comparable ang quality sa mga more recent flagship or mga mid-range phones, I can say na maasahan pa rin natin ang iPhone X or dependable siya for taking pictures and even as a general phone. Even sa mismong front cam no, I mean it's good guys but it is not that great kasi especially it's just 7MP or 7 megapixels. Pero syempre no, as the saying goes, whenever you take pictures in decent lighting conditions, it can still yield decent shots. But anyways, here are more shots from the iPhone X. Oops, wait lang guys. Before tayo mag-proceed, may gusto lang sana akong share sa inyong store na nagbebenta ng napakasarap na mga egg drops and refreshing beverages. So, the business is called Mochi Cups times Brick and Egg. So yun guys, ayun lang naman. So thank you very much to Mochi Cups times Brick and Egg for partnering with me and Magi or Mixed Asset Holding Group. So that's nice. So yun, let's get back to the video. So next naman we have is the performance. So by the way, sa mismong specs, this phone is powered by the Apple A11 Bionic chip na may 3GB of RAM. Tapos the available ROM variants are 64 and 256GB variants. So that's nice. So technically no, specs wise, same lang sila ng iPhone 8 Plus since both phones were released ng halos magkasunod lang. And since both phones are flagships and are rocking the same processor, theoretically speaking, performance capability will be apparently similar lang naman. I mean no caps kasi I can attest to this since I have used the iPhone 8 Plus and iPhone 10 as my main phones before. And during those times nagamit ko sila, actually even up until now, I can say naman na both phones can still be dependable and reliable in today's standards. Though syempre guys no, they are not as fast as the current flagships, obviously. Pero guys no, take note, with the price this phone offers, trust me, mapapasabi na lang kayo ng what's the point na bumili ng napakamahal na iPhone 13 Pro Max, iPhone 13 Pro, and all of those stuff when in fact, you can get an iPhone X. However guys, no, don't get me wrong, I am not entirely saying na huwag kayong bumili ng iPhone 13 Pro Max or iPhone 13 Pro or the more recent predecessors. I mean like if mayaman naman kayo guys and you can afford to buy one, then that's nice, sana all. It's your choice guys, bumili kayo. Although guys, if you're like me na hindi naman mayaman and wants a phone na sobrang affordable but sobrang dependable and reliable ng performance, trust me, the iPhone X is the way to go. But basically, for social media usage and similar basic tasks, the iPhone X naman I can say is good and fine since that kind of tasks does not require that much power from the processor. Sa gaming performance naman, in some cases, it does great kaso nga lang sa mga hard games or complicated games, the phone tends to overheat and you'll be experiencing some lags and frame drops, which I think naman is very apparent sa isang phone na medyo tumatanda na, same with the processor capability and the RAM optimization. Also guys, if you're a fan of software updates or updating your phone, might as well think very hard about this. Since in case you're not aware guys no, Apple killed the iPhone 7 Plus, or more specifically, hindi na po sinusuportahan ni Apple ang iPhone 7 Plus and iPhone 7. Though hindi ko pa naman totally sure sa iPhone X since wala pa namang updates, but based sa mga previous information about Apple software update lifespan, usually mga after every 6 years, hindi na po sinusuportahan ni Apple yung mga iPhones. And by the way guys, I forgot to mention, the iPhone X pala is the first iPhone na nagkaroon ng Face ID. And by means sa mismong speed no, it's not as fast as the current flagship in today's game. However again, it's a nice addition sa isang phone at the same time. Very convenient and more security sa phone natin, so that's nice. So sa battery naman, this phone has 2716 mAh. And yes guys, sa ngayong standards, napakababa at the same time, napakalayo ng difference comparing it sa mga more recent Android phones na flagship, even sa mga mid-range phones na may 5,000, 6,000, or even 7,000 mAh or even more na milliamperes. However guys, now think about this. If we'll be continuing this kind of judgment na prejudice and bias, in which we are comparing old iPhones sa mga more recent or mga latest na Android phones, even sa mga iPhones, isn't that unfair for an iPhone, especially an old iPhone? But basically guys, no, ang pinopoint out ko lang, if we will be judging an iPhone 10 based from its performance mismo without comparing it sa mga ibang phones, I can say talaga that the iPhone X is still a dependable phone in terms sa mismong battery and performance. Though syempre guys, no, again, clarify ko lang, hindi siya kasing tagal malubot na mga more recent or mga latest na iPhones or even mga Android phones. But out of all of the iPhones na nasa gantong price range, I can say talaga that the iPhone X is still a good phone to go for. And panghuli naman we have is the price. So by the way, no, just for context, nung nilabas pala yung iPhone X, it was priced ng $1,000 or around 50,000 pesos. And during those times, sobrang daming customers ang nagulat or nagtaka bakit ganun kamahal yung isang iPhone, kasi during those times, hindi pa naman ganong usual or common sa isang phone na nagkakalaga ng $1,000. However guys, no, ngayon naman, whenever na naglalabas ang isang brand ng $1,000 priced phone, parang halos lahat tayo is hindi na ganong nasusurprise kasi it's a norm na or normalized na siya. However guys, no, sa ngayon, if ganun yung price ng iPhone 10, for me, it's a big no talaga. Although for its current price na 12,000 pesos to 15,000 pesos, for me, it's a big yes guys. Sobrang sulit ng iPhone 10 for that specific price range. Actually guys, no, share ko lang, sa sobrang recommended ko ng iPhone X, yun yung binili kong gift sa sister ko nung debut niya, iPhone X 256GB variant. Kasi way back when I was still starting out my business, yun talaga naging dream phone ko. So ayun, kaya yun yung binigay ko sa kanya guys. So that's nice. So yun guys, that's pretty much my review about the iPhone 10 for this year 2022. And if you learned something from this video or enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe in this YouTube channel. So thank you very much. So yun guys, pagod na ako magsalita. pagod na ako magsalita. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one or catch you in the next one. Peace. 여기서부터 다시 보면 되겠지. 틀어놓을 테니까 이 영화를 넌 봄에 먹을 맥주 캔과 과자를 사 우리 하루 종일 뒹굴거리면서 다시 뒹굴거리고 또